Join me, Chris, with Modern Family Travel as I explore Iceland, the land of fire and ice. Get an up close look at some of the greatest spots. And if you're looking to book your trip to Iceland, make sure to contact me at the email below. Make sure to subscribe so you'll see all parts of this series.
We use it here to protect our board from the
show.
intense heat of the furnace backstage.
No
He's the one that
Jess.
controls the lava, he controls the flow, so we don't want to become a crispy bacon. You can also see that gold visor in the front, maybe some of you have spotted that. That is actually the same material that astronauts will use on their visors while up in space to protect them from the intense sun rays.
I'm cute.
So the lava will be here shortly. Oh, careful with the flash at the back. Beautiful. Oh, flash at the front. There we go. It's like a little lightning storm. I love it. Here comes the lava, guys. Another flash at the back in the middle. Gentleman at the back. Lovely. So this is our typical Pohoi flow. You can see how lovely and gooey it is flowing down. And this is what Rico's making now. It's called Pele's hair. Now, Pele's hair formed in nature when lava goes off the edge of a cliff or mountainside and gets picked up by the wind. You can see just how delicate as well they are. Rico holds that for a few seconds. He's just going to hold it, hold it, hold it. You can see how it quickly cools down, solidifies, and then becomes extremely brittle. There you go, do another one for us. Lovely. Now, guys, I'll try and get your stick back, but the lava doesn't always agree with me. Beautiful. Oh. Put some pressure on it for me. So what we want to do is put some pressure on that ice now. That's going to simulate more like that glacier effect that we have on top. In that way, steam is being forced inside the lava. It's coming up as the bubbles that you can see there. And they become very brittle and hard as well. You can see so what we want to see here is that top layer solidifying again. The inside staying nice and hot. When Rico lifts it just like this, higher, higher, keep going. Use that Dutch strength I know you have. Beautiful. There we go. So you can see the inside is still flowing hot, okay? So with that, again, I'm just going to jump in. Hold it there for me, Rico. These pieces on the inside are still flowing. You can see when we drag them out, just like this, we have this lovely curtain of lava coming down from the inside. So it's a great way. It's just showing lava is honestly one of nature's best insulators that we have. So we've got to work with it as we can here in Iceland, of course. Seen as the whole country. Oh, let's have a look what's going on underneath. You can lift it up like this. You get to see kind of like a cobra's hood. That's hot, glowing lava on the inside. So there, over there. You can see it's really nice and hot. Oh, it is a little bit heavy though. Oh yes indeed, if you're wondering, pieces of lava like this can remain very hot. They can stay, it can be up to around about 50 kilos of lava in a puddle like this. So, okay. Doesn't take long for that paper to obviously ignite into flames, of course. Just showing what would happen if you touch the lava. Please do not touch the lava. Thank you. With that as well, maybe during this show you started hearing it. Oh, you've got a smoker. Beautiful. So I'm going to come over here. This is what we want to hear as well. Can you guys hear this noise? What do these pieces sound like? Glass, exactly. I like hearing the glass and the glass. Let's talk about the ripples on top for a few seconds. These ripples are also important for us. It's showing that the lava was carrying on flowing. But where? How would it be flowing on top when it's solidified? Well, what actually happens is as that top solidifies, the inside is still flowing. Just like you saw when Rico lifted the bridge, that's a good example of that flowing lava on the inside. And it actually drags the top layer with it. So that top layer of lava gets dragged along. And that is why we get these ripples along the lava here. And it's actually called ropey pohoi. So it's a great indicator in nature as well, in the direction of lava flow that you see. So you can actually follow the ripple directions to see where it's going. Now,
We just left the lava show and that was amazing. We saw real molten lava coming down and this tube, and it was pretty amazing because you had these guys that worked there playing with the lava and picking it up and moving it around, and pretty incredible. Absolutely incredible. The lava show is definitely something you want to go to if you're ever in Iceland. Today we're exploring Reykjavik, and we're at Amnam. It's a chocolate making place. They also have some interesting combinations of ice creams, and we're actually getting one called the Polar Bear, which has some toasted topping on the top of it. But this is Amnam in Reykjavik, right near the lava show. Welcome to Perlan. This museum is one of the top visited places in all of Reykjavik. There are exhibits on volcanoes and glaciers and the northern lights. Plus it's got a really nice view here up at the top of this hill, one of the highest points in Reykjavik. So it overlooks the entire area. You can probably see all the way down to Keflavik where the airport is, which is where we'll be heading out tomorrow after we do a couple other activities. But today's day 3 here in Iceland and our first full day in Reykjavik. I'm inside the ice cave in Perlan. It's about 5 degrees Fahrenheit. They have an ice throne there you can sit on if you want to be the ice king. Made out of ice. It's pretty cold in here, but you know, I'm from Buffalo, so I can handle it. But it's a maze of tunnels and walkways, crevasses, and it's really, really cold, but interesting to see the inside of. They got pieces of glacier and a whole lot of other things in here. Perlan gives us an amazing view of the city. Unfortunately, it's a little foggy at the moment, so you can maybe kind of make out the church, but the whole town is getting enshrouded in clouds. However, we can add to that, we actually have some sun here, and we got a really beautiful sunset falling over the ocean out here to the west. So the observation deck up here on 4th floor of Perlan gives you a great view of everything around. It's a 360-degree view of the entire city and the surrounding areas. So from this side, you can see a little bit more. I can actually see our hotel right there. That's the hotel we're staying at. The Natura Reykjavik. It's located right next to Reykjavik Airport, which is just a domestic airport. It is not for international flights. That's Keflavik, which is off in the distance further. But from here, this vantage point, you can actually see the church. So this is the main church with Leif Erikson's statue in front of it. It's not a real old church. It was completed maybe 40 years ago or so. But this is the view of the city from the observation deck at level 4 of Perlan. This is the last thing we're doing here in Iceland, in Reykjavik at least. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the lava tunnel tour, which looks pretty cool, and then we got to fly home. So we were shorted a couple days on our trip because of the airline overbooking our flight. However, we tried to make the best of it. Make no excuses, just got to make it happen. It's been rough, kids have been sick, but we're here, we're doing it, doing the best we can, make the most out of it. So until tomorrow with the lava tunnel tour, here's one last view of Reykjavik. Well, we made it back to Hamilton. There's our plane, and it was quite the adventure, this trip, but we did it, and we got to see a lot of Iceland, but not nearly as much as we planned, and hopefully we'll be able to go back again sometime, get to the Blue Lagoon, get to Vik, get to the Westman Islands, and hopefully do the whole ring road, but I'd only do the ring road in the summer, so might have to be a summer trip coming up soon. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you can see all the awesome places that we go, and contact me with Modern Family Travel to plan your next adventure.